Blur your faces. That's a lot of work for me. Okay, I'm recording now. Just FYI. It's gonna be a little vlogaroo. No, I'm not. This is a little vlog for Nailmas. Let's go like these. We took a lot of the stuff for fall off, but it's still sitting on the table. And then last night we set up the trees, one there, one here, and one right there. Took everything off of the mantle, put up a couple of the wreaths, not too many. I'll be putting the rest of them up. My husband is outside currently setting up. So, we're going to be putting decorations outdoors. Today, the kids are going to put the village that usually goes on this little table. And then I'll set up the mantle. I'll try to record little snippets of everything, and then maybe in a separate video, depending on how long this one is, I will share the final result. Okie dokie. So for the mantle, usually I like starting off with a couple of garlands just to add a little bit of bulk. Or just not to add bulk, but to take my template, right? And then I like building on it. These, I like getting the cheaper ones from Michael's. I prefer the garlands from Michael's because they're cheaper than Hobby Lobby. Yes, a little thinner, but I can buy a couple and wind them together. So I'll put these on first, wind them up. And then I like getting these stems, the little drippy ones, and really bulking these up. I like the hanging wisp flow of the stems. I went to Michael's a week or two ago, a couple weeks ago, and they had these again, but they were so much more sparse and more expensive. No, that's not gonna happen. How did I do this last year? Because I had a more of a drape last year for sure. This is why the mantle takes me a minute. I gotta pull everything out. Let me do that first. Hold please. To another video.
Today I'm going to be doing a backflip on the Christmas tree.
Yo, stop there. He's gonna be the star.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
I just put my hand up.
Don't know why I have an English accent all of a sudden.
Oh wait, the dog. How do they look? I think I used to go like this. Hello. Hi. Oh, you're supposed to talk.
Oh!
Hi. What are we eating today? Meat. I'm craving some broccoli.
Yeah, we should buy that 9 on sale, bro. Is this already dusted? Let me dust it one more time. Okay. Make sure it's nice and we'll come back to this. I'm not quite sure. I want that.
Like, put this here and then
A little ribbon action. Maybe we should turn on the light. That would be best. Da 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 da.
Rudolph the red-nosed. Ow! Yeah. Rudolph the red-nosed. Had a little shiny nose?
Yeah, he had a little shiny. Oh.
Had a really shiny.
Oh, I thought it was little. You are a boo. I thought it was
In the center.
Hello, I am currently editing this video. The first clips that you guys saw were recorded the Sunday after Thanksgiving. And the plan was to do a whole decorate with me type of video, but it just got so busy. I was helping my husband outside. So I was kind of going in and out of the house and just decorating here and there where I could. It didn't all get finalized until a week or two later, as I just kept working in little parts around the house. And this next following clip is actually today, the December 21st, just kind of showing you guys the final product. And my transition was not the best because, you know, I'm just trying to put all the puzzle pieces together and stuff. So this intro is almost as if it was a fresh new video, but I decided to include it with the initial clips and just make a whole video out of it instead of two separate videos. So, which is why you're getting a double intro. Good morning, friends. I am going to show you guys some of the Christmas decor. I'd asked you guys if you wanted to see that in a previous video. And some of you guys said yes. So right now it's about 6:30. Kids are still sleeping. This is the best the couch is ever going to look. So I want to take full advantage because the only time it looks like this is really at night when everybody's sleeping, because either the kids are laying on the couch or the dogs are laying on the couch. So let me flip the camera around. I'll give you I'll turn on the lights after this, and then but this is how I usually have it in the mornings with the lights off, because it's just such a, I don't know, I love it when it the lights are off, but then the only thing that's on is the Christmas trees. All right, so let me.
Sorry, honey.
Okay, sorry, husband came in. So let me give you guys a quick, actually, let me start from here, quick overview. And I'll start off with the mantle. All of the stuff we've had from previous years. And this mantle has a couple thin garlands as the outline, and then I use larger picks to bulk it up quite a bit. And I think a lot of this stuff I either bought at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. This was a whole little, almost like a bundle. It was a stem with a bunch of these little acorns, and I took it apart. I did the same thing last year. There's maybe the only difference this year is that I added the berries that I had in my bins. And I wanted to add just something else. How long I've had these berries, who knows? When I went to Michael's actually to check out more of these stems, because I love these. The wispiness of them is so pretty. I like it when it drapes down. These were more expensive and thinner this time around. So I didn't get anything because that's just crazy to me. And then we have stockings with everybody's initials. These little quilted, like the reindeer and the trees. I think I bought them at Walmart years ago. I've had them at least 3 years. And then that little fella, I don't remember where I bought it. Possibly Home Goods, TJ Maxx, again, several years ago. These were gifted to me by my older sister. They were hand-me-downs. And you can write whatever you want, because it's a little chalkboard, which is so cute. I should just draw on an ornament. I don't want to do initials of the kids because we have the stockings. And then over here we have the bells. They're so pretty. This bead garland I made myself years ago. and it usually makes it onto the mantle, and really other seasons, like other type of holidays as well, like for spring and even the fall, because I didn't use it this fall, but it's one that you can use year round is what I'm trying to say, because it's just wood. So you can, whatever you decorate around it is going to work. And then the tree, all of the stuff we've had from previous years, and I just switch it up a little bit based on whatever I have in the bins. It looks slightly different. I think last year I used most of everything that I have on here, with exception of, like, I had some bundles of poinsettias that I don't really use. They always just stayed in the bins because I didn't want them out in a floral arrangement of some sort. So instead this year what I did is I took it apart and then just put poinsettias scattered throughout. And then the little bows, I already had ribbon, and I ran out of the red ribbon. And so I had another little spool of ribbon, but it was in this beautiful, like magenta color, and I figured it'd go just fine because some of the ornaments are red, but some of them hint a little bit more burgundy. Let's see if you can see. And again, a lot of this stuff we had from previous years collected. A lot of the ornaments are from Walmart. I love Walmart. I think that's no secret. I've mentioned that many times. I just love them so much. These we've had from previous years. I just took the little pick apart and added these. Like the little red ones. They were sitting in I think I had bought them to do some kind of arrangement, but never could figure out how to incorporate them. And this year I just wanted a little bit more added to the street, and so I figured I'd pull them apart, stick them right in. The only thing we bought this year is a couple little bushels of the small poinsettias. They were $1 at Michael's when I bought them. And then these added picks, which I think this is my favorite, my husband's favorite new addition to this tree. It just adds, I don't know, just a different feel to it, and it looks so good. I would like to pick up more, maybe next year if they still have them available. But I bought 6 because I figured 6 is more than enough. You can see some of the poinsettias are looking a little rough because they're old. But I did want to make use out of them this year. Okay. So that's the Christmas tree, and then I need to lay out the skirt to cover up all the cords and stuff. So let me give you a view from this end. And it looks really, really, really pretty. I will do I'll add a little clip here of the tree when the light is off, because it looks beautiful. Okay, the breakfast hutch. All right. Oh, what is this little bell doing here? This should be in our bar area. The things that never leave this space here are the dishes, and like the glassware stuff. Candles I usually keep here. I'll just usually rearrange it. However, last year I did that arrangement and had it here in the center, but we did not have this wreath here. This is not a new wreath. We've had it, but because this is such a pretty hefty arrangement, it just takes a lot of space, and so I didn't feel like there was a need for a wreath. This time around we did add the wreath, so the arrangement is to the side. I'm not fully satisfied with it sitting there, but I also don't want it in the center of our dining table because it's such a big piece, and when we have dinner in the evenings. It just kind of gets in the way. So I just have different candle holders, mixed metals, glass, things like that. I need to add candles to these. I don't know where the heck they went, but this one had a candle that had a candle that had a candle. Actually, yeah, it was the black candles. Did we finish those? Because we did burn some, but I need to replace them. I think that's what it is. And then I have just books that were given to me by my sister. She got them from a yard sale. She knows I like the look of older books, and I just use them as platform. And I'm totally in the way here, and I'm still wearing my pajamas. Okay, our little Christmas village is still it needs to be arranged or kind of cleaned up daily, because things just kind of fall. If kids touch it, you know, this ends up happening, but that's fine. It's for the kids. So we'll come once in a while to kind of place the little trees back in their place. These also are not like secured down, so they're looking a little lopsided, but that's okay. And the kids put this together. They put it together every single year, and they look forward to it. And then we have our 3 new additions. That little theater the girls picked out, this carousel, and then that little train station. And they all turn on. All of these pieces, actually, no, with the exception of the theater, these 3 do turn on. This one we've had for forever. And then the girls added one small piece this year, which is the little carolers. We usually just buy one larger piece and then a couple small pieces, but this year, the girls asked Dad if they could add a couple more large pieces, and Daddy said yes. So, okay. And then this little area, it's like my rain boots, but these are the boots that I use for the rain or when I work outside. And then that usually goes on our dining table, but I set it there because I was doing something on the table. This little frame, I think where did we get this? I think I got this at Walmart 1 or 2 years ago. And then that same little wreath, these were from Walmart, I think a couple of years ago as well. And I love them. They're so nice. They're drippy and wispy, and it looks like they have, you know, different types of the pine needles and little stems, so it adds a nice look to this. And this is the bar area. We do have a bar area there, but I wanted to utilize this furniture piece. We got it for free, and I looked it up, and it used to this furniture piece, not this one specifically, but furniture pieces like these used to be used as a bath area. So people would put their bowls with the water and utilize it to take baths, to clean themselves. And then our little bird cage that is always out, I just switch out the filler. This time around, I didn't have anything else. So I used whatever random leftover ornaments we had in our bins. And this area needs to be cleaned up. I'm going to do that today. Certain things still need to be put away, like that little basket. This I did get this year. Kids and husband don't like this. It creeps them out. They said that they feel like he's staring at them wherever they go. But I think he's so cute. I love Santa. So it's adorable. Okay. And then that space, I added whatever I had left over. So I didn't go all out in this space. I also, though, don't want it to be super full of stuff, because remote controls, usually kids will put it up there, and I don't want anything that comes up too high because of the TV. And then this is the other Christmas tree. And we always have a little popcorn bin. I have one on the other, under the other tree as well. This is our snowy, more cottage style tree. Now we have had some casualties, so we have some spare bare spots because Bubba last year started attacking some of the ornaments, and this year we've already had a few casualties. So there are some areas that there's still a little bare. But if you guys watched, I think it was last year, maybe the year before, I featured these. These were from Walmart from, I think, a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago, something of the sort. Same with the little stars and that little wooden home sign. A lot of these are from Walmart. I think including the stars on the trees. So, all right. And then finally, the couch. Whoopsie. The couch here. Let me watch my step. See what I mean? He has his bed down here, and yet he wants to be on there. He's so comfortable, though. Look at that face. He's so cute, my baby. So usually that pillow sits on that corner. And then he's already... See, I was trying to record this before he came and did all this. But, you know, blanket is usually over that. And then the pillow. And then the coffee table usually is just some... Like, pine cones is usually what I put on here. And really nothing else. Okay, this entry way, let's see. All right. A little garland around the mirror, and then our little candle holders. All of this we've had from previous years. The only thing is this little frame, picture frame that I got at, I think it was Michael's, because I love the reindeer and Santa. And this little tree, it lights up. A friend from work gave it to me this year. Let's see if it's, there you go. It's so cute. It's adorable. Ah. And the bottom is really, I just leave it as is. I'm fine. I'm over it. I am over it. Okay. And then that area needs to be cleaned up. Put away some towels. Let me show you guys. Let me move this stuff out of the way. Okay. And then our little Santa. Another little Santa. We have a Santa that is in our front porch area. I kept this little area just not clean. Clearly there's quite a bit of stuff. I don't know what I'm trying to say. And then my jewelry little dish sits here usually, so when I come into the kitchen, I need to do some stuff, I could just take off my rings. Oh, okay. All right, the next tree, I pretty much had the girls just do traditional colors, so gold, green, and the red. And I had this ribbon left over from who knows when, guys. It's old, and I could tell it's old. And so what I did is I just kind of wrapped it around the tree. Took me a couple tries to get it balanced, somewhat balanced out as best as I could. And one of the little bushels of, or like little bundle of poinsettias, the little mini ones, I took apart and then added more onto this tree. And for this one gets a bow. And then at the top is just a garland. Usually we have a wreath hanging, but you know, it's okay. It's not a big deal. And then everything else is still in the works we're still in the process. I'm still in the process of making some things. Like I have some jars out because I'm gonna make some chili oil. And I steamed everything already. And of course, like we have our bread basket, fruit and some veggie basket, some items that we're gonna use for holiday parties. This is a total disaster all the time. I can't ever keep this area quite neat, unfortunately. And just remnants from last night. I made a tomato soup. So that's here. And then here, actually, let me turn on the light. If my stove is dirty, do not judge, okay? Because I made pozole. I didn't finish till almost midnight, and I really didn't feel like wiping anything off. So I have some pozole in here, ready to go. All right, and then the restroom, let me just show you guys really quick here. It's nothing crazy. I just have these. I didn't know what to do with them, so I just shoved them in a vase. And then, but it's fine. It doesn't all go together. Probably not, but it's okay. And then a garland that is coming off of the mirror. I need to fix that. And then a little boot here. A couple little trees. And then I need to restock on soaps. I like having soap in here aside from the pump. This one I just added in for this coming week, in case we have some company. Then, you know, if they don't want to use the soap, then they can use the pump. This was given to me, I think, 1 or 2 Christmases ago. It's what is this called? It smells really good. I don't ever buy this stuff though. It's a Bath and Body Works Twisted Peppermint. It smells nice. And then a wreath. And our bedroom, I think you guys would have already seen it if you watched the nail polish storage video. I gave you guys a little glimpse of my husband and my bedroom. I don't go all out in our bedroom. I mainly go all out here in the living space, like the main living space. And then we do have decorations outside as well. So yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna leave this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one.